Hi Virgo, welcome to your What Do I Need to Do reading for August 14th through September 13th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Sunshine Tarot. Much love and support to her, and hopefully you get a chance to stop by, check her out, and show her some love and support as well if you like what she has to say. This is intended for a romantic love reading. It may resonate in other areas of your life, such as work or job or career, money, friends, or family. All right, Virgo, what do you need to do? What does Virgo need to do? What does Virgo need to do? Ooh, the High Priestess, Pisces or Cancerian. All right, perhaps you've been in deep thought about something. The Empress. We got the Four of Wands. Okay. Page of Wands. This could be Aries or Taurus. This could be Pisces or Cancerian. Page of Wands, the Moon, Pisces or Cancerian. King of Swords, that could be Gemini. I read that as Gemini. Three of Swords. Two of Swords. Can we get an Ace of Swords? Oh, Nine of Swords. All right. Justice. All right. Okay. Oh. So I think this is about you. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, and either it's uncertainty or suspicion. And you need to limit your involvement in this situation because you've been in deep thought, right? And you're wondering just how communal this relationship is, just how much of a chance are we going to thrive, or is it going to be kind of lopsided where somebody's going to be controlling and smothering? So I think this is a holding period for you to kind of be more cautious than you are involved. And I think this is not the time to agree to anything. You need much more evidence. You need much more time to observe and examine and see how that feels internally before you make any decisions. This is about limited involvement and keeping your time either in communication or in visiting someone kind of short and limited. If you're already moved out, or if you're doing like a trial something or other and this is about reconciling, keep it to where you have, maybe you have like a visit for an hour or something, and then you go and spend 3 times that in thought, or that you have time to process. Especially if you're trying to be careful and trying to figure out how you feel about things. We got the High Priestess and the King of Swords here. This could be really questioning of what if someone's saying is truthful, and needing to really use your intuition to figure out if you can trust someone, or if it's just someone telling you what you want to hear and being controlling. All right, hold on a minute. What's this Page of Wands about? Page of Wands. Awesome. All right, what's this Moon card about? This Moon card. 10 of Swords. What's this King of Swords about for Virgo? That could be Libra, that's Justice. What's this King of Swords about here? Ace of Wands. All right. This is 3 of Swords. Got the Lovers here. This could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. This is 2 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Okay, we got Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and King of Swords. This looks like it's about you needing to end something because of overwhelming suspicion, things that feeling like, you know what, I was lied to, I was deceived, things were not what they seemed. It's one of two things, Virgo. It's either ending things because of deception, because someone was really controlling and not trustworthy and verbally abusive, or this is needing to have a heart-to-heart after there's been this separation. You two have been in crisis. You're slowly trying to work your way back to each other, but you're still reticent and still feeling like, okay, I need more evidence. I need to see that you're really going to walk the walk and not just talk the talk. And so you're taking it slow, and you're needing to see it. It feels like, I mean, we got the Ace, 2, and 3 of Swords. This is grieving the inevitable. This is coming to a decision to not make a decision and deal with the emotional fallout of that. And it's not going to be a shocker either. This could have been something that you were kind of dealing with for quite some time. 9 of Wands here. So this is the decision-making time, and it feels like you've really pulled back to examine, was this real? Was it really what I thought it was? Or was this just a smothering, controlling situation and relationship? Was I doing all the carrying and heavy lifting, and someone else was just being really controlling? And it feels like you're kind of having this whole thing, like nothing was what you thought it was. There was just too much uncertainty. It was like a day-to-day, your focus was on day-to-day, and then all of a sudden it was like that we can't build on a future together. We can't. And either that caused things to end, or the ending brought about you being suspicious and wanting to really look at and examine the past and being like, wait a second. You weren't truthful with me. So, if this person is coming back around again to ask for a second chance, you need to be wary. And I think this is saying do not take it. If there's been an ending, let it stand. But it looks like there was an ending, and you were looking at it, trying to kind of dismantle the illusion. And here they come again, wanting a fresh start. And I think this is saying it's not advisable. Honestly, this is saying continue with the grieving, because you know the inevitable is going to happen again. You know you're going to be back here again with this person. And you need to see things for what they are, because, I mean, we got the 2 of Swords and the Moon here. This blindfold really jumps out at me, but it's like you haven't been able to see things as they are. Perhaps someone's just kind of been attacking you with their love, or not. Maybe that's a silent treatment, but it's almost like if you were to be talking to this person, they could sway you either way. Like, they're very good at wordsmithing. They're very good at making you think something it wasn't. The whole, what do they call it, gaslighting thing. And I don't want to say you're fragile, but you could go either way, and it looks like you're really trying to sort out the truth. And all it would take was somebody with that silver tongue to come along and spin it this way or spin it that way, and she or he could make you go, oh, okay, yeah, it was okay. It was okay. It was just me deceiving myself. It wasn't them. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like you're in that kind of gray area where you're trying to understand. And the best thing for you right now is to not have any involvement with somebody that's going to confuse things for you. You need to involve yourself with somebody you can trust. All right. Here's the thing. There could also be somebody new coming in, and it might be a little complicated because you're sitting here trying to, okay, so if there's somebody new, Virgo, you need to close out the past with the other person, because this other new person is not like your old person. They're going to be different, but there's still the need to take things slowly so that you can make sure that you're not going to get into the same situation with this new person, because right now it's almost like you don't know who to trust, and you've been really trying to fortify yourself and to work on things, but a new situation could complicate things. You're not out of the woods yet, and you need to continue to deal with and process your feelings and emotions with the breakup of this person. So you've had a breakup. You've been examining what's what. There's been distrust. You're wondering if what was real, what was real. Either they're coming back or somebody new's coming in and wants a fresh new start, or this is just someone new that you could have a new start with. And this is about not mixing the two. If you're done with the past, that has to stay in the past, and you can start with a new person, but you need to do it slowly. You need to keep it light while you're still dealing with the past. If this is the same person coming back in, wanting a fresh start, I think this is about keeping them at arm's distance and closing out that chapter, because we got 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords, and we got the 9 of Swords. This could be anxiety and like over a new choice because you're trying to finish out the past, but you've got, where's that Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, new beginning, right? If it's with the same person, this could be you getting back into the same situation, and the inevitable happens again, and round we go with the same situation. So it looks like whether there's a new person or not, whether this person comes back in or not, you need to close out this chapter in your life. We got 2 blindfolds here, and this is about really needing to see things for the way they are and what's really going on, looking behind the illusion and trying to understand it. And that maybe things weren't what you thought they were, and it's not really the best for you. It's about needing to look at things objectively and deciding what is best for you objectively. And this is not a slam on your person, your past person, or your person coming in. It's just that this is something that you need to really complete before you can get involved with somebody else. So if it's a new person, you need to keep them at arm's distance while you close this out. If it's the old person, I don't think you should let them get past the doorway. I don't think this is heartache waiting to happen again if you do. You can have a friendship with them if you can, if you're capable of the friends with exes thing, okay, but I think you're going to end up back here again with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords if you progress with them again, if you give them a second chance. What's this 9 of Swords about? What's this 9 of Swords? Yep. This is about needing to finally resolve an issue because you've been here before. It's driving you nuts. You need to do the mature thing, lead with self-care and compassion for the both of you, and do the right thing and be mature and get the hell out of Dodge. You could be dealing with a Pisces. And this is not about being mean. It's just about kind of setting up some boundaries of emotional distance and not letting them get past a certain point with you, because that way madness lies. If this is somebody new, you're needing to close out the past. You're needing to keep them at arm's distance just because it's the right thing to do, because you need to finish processing the past. If somebody new's come along, it needs to be compartmentalized, because this could be somebody new right here. All right. All right, Virgo. What else for Virgo? What else for Virgo? And I feel like, it's like you really need to process the past. Why? So you feel like this won't happen to you again. Because you really feel like you got duped. And it wasn't what you thought it was. This was not something that could carry into the future. This wasn't a relationship of longevity like you thought it was, or maybe they promised. I'm talking about for your old person. I'm not talking about for the new person coming in. That's for Virgo. Good. It says sleep. So pay attention to your dreams, obviously, with the moon and the high priestess. Pay attention to your dreams. But also, this is a time of not passive resistance, but this is a time of you trying to figure out and make sense of what has transpired and gone on. This is going to be a very, not a time of solitude, but a very introspective time. And this is going to deal with the subconscious. Your intuition could be heightened. Pay attention to your dreams. This is a time for you to be passive and to finish processing. Let the hurt, grieve, and come to a place where there's no more involvement. You're able to cut things off because we got the nightmare and insomnia card here, and then we got sleep. So this is needing to handle it, to make a decision, to set up boundaries. We got this kingly energy here stepping in to manage the anxiety and the pain and the sadness so that you can finally rest and get some perspective. And this is also talking about that passive stance you're going to take on this, and examining and letting things bubble up from the soul and figure out what was what. This is about revelations as well. Okay. Not from the Bible, realizations. That's what I meant. All right, what else for Virgo? What's for Virgo? Oh. The Lover's card. So this is a very significant person for you, obviously. It could be that someone new's coming in just for a physical relationship and to have a good time, and there's a lot of interest there, but you're still not done with this person from the past. So just be careful, honestly. And if it's your person from the past asking for a new beginning, no, you're just going to end up where you were with them. So no to the person from the past asking for a new beginning. But if it's somebody new, that's fine, but you need to keep them at arm's distance while you're still dealing with this, because you don't want to bring these issues forward to this new person. You don't want to sit there and blame them and be suspicious of things that happened in a relationship that you're still kind of trying to understand and figure out what's what. You don't want to carry that into the new person or the new situation. Pardon me, getting some water. All right. Okay, Virgo. I think my voice is going. All right, what else for Virgo? I'm sorry about this. I know this is pretty painful. And, you might want to believe or be optimistic, like if they were to return, that there could be this fresh start, that we would have this clarity, that we could discuss things, that we could figure things out, But it just looks like you're going to end up, it's better left where you continue the grieving process. Because it looks like somebody new is going to be coming in about 2 or 3 months. And you don't want to still be, you don't want to have shut down on something only to find somebody new and then pick up where you left off with the other person, with the new person. With issues. Why am I doing that card deck again? Right? Yeah, okay. What else for Virgo? What's for Virgo? Yay for the Star card. All right, so we got the Star card and the Six of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is needing to heal or have some hope or encouragement after you have figured out that you and this person were not on the same page, that it could have been a large part of, or it could have been kind of all about them, an ego boost for them. Like it was very much about how things appeared and what you could do for them, but it wasn't really about working together with you. This could be you feeling like, it's going to take me some time to heal from this because your ego's shot, because you're embarrassed or you feel shame about things not working out, You really thought things were thriving and you were gonna do well with this person, and then it was all for naught. And you're especially having to deal with some trust issues that have come to the fore. So just so you know, that way madness lies. Everybody goes through that. Do not beat yourself up over that. It happens to everyone, and it's no less painful. I mean, so again, take this time to heal. This is about finishing the process and healing over an ending that you thought somebody was going to be this perfect relationship, or this really had some great potential, and it's not meant to be. And if they come back and offer you hope, I strongly caution against that. You really need to see objectively and look at the past and look at what has transpired thus far. I'm worried that you're going to end up here again with all this swords energy, the heartache and the indecision, the silent treatment, the not communicating, the not being on the same page. And your job is to, but we got this kingly energy here. So this is about you seeing things objectively and then making some executive decisions on what is the best for you to relieve a lot of this anxiety, knowing that you've been here before and you're probably going to be here again with this person if you continue. You need to take charge and get yourself out of this and to do what is best for you emotionally. All right. I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry it didn't work out, Virgo. I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.